Hi,
Hey,
we're back.
oops, already breaking things.
It was only a mouse. Don't worry, we have decon. Not that I endorse or promote decon. It's just that people know what decon's for. Killing rats.
Oh,
It
rats.
works in the swamps. It works when it's wet.
It works in a fox.
And
Works in a tent.
and for all those rats that are running around in Washington, D.C., David's coming to Congress. Decon.
Thanks to our one viewer for following us over from Real Progressives. We're just I'm just over here blasting out the link. Thanks for sharing. If you can share, I appreciate it.
And I'd like on this meeting here. Well, thank you, Angela. I appreciate that, Ms. Torn. Appreciate that. We want to get into some detail from this segment after leaving the other website we were on with specific questions to your concerns. And as more people get into the thread that we're getting ready to put out, start thinking about what you want to ask, and this way we can go on. So, Angela, how's things going in your neck of the woods? What was that, sir?
Oh, it's a beautiful day here.
It's a beautiful day here in Tacoma, Washington. It's a beautiful day. We've had some really good experience going out and meeting people. We've been calling around and working with other communities, reaching out to them and letting them know what we're doing here in regards to our campaign for Senate, representing the people of Washington and state. And we want to make sure that our message gets out. I am running as an independent, responsible, and answer to only the voters in our great state. And Real Progressives, thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate your assistance in getting the word out. And we hope that our continued collaboration with getting the word out continues to all parts of our nation. We encourage all independents out there to get your platform. Our platform is not one of hate, it's one of justice and truth. And those are the precepts we have. Being a United States Marine Corps veteran, I want nothing but the truth, the whole truth. And we will not put anything on our website that is contrary to what is true. We spoke the last segment on justice reform. I briefly mentioned education, wars, military-industrial complex, and Veterans Administration, healthcare. I'd just like to repeat at this time, if you have a Social Security card, that is your gateway to universal health care. Everything that you do in this nation, everything that you buy in your town, every bank account that you open is tied to what? Your Social Security number. And when you get to retirement age, you'll also be tied into the system via your Social Security number. And because that is a nationwide database, with your driver's license and your Social Security card, you should be able to go to any physician and have that physician take care of you. And so we're working on a plan as far as how much the copay would be, how much your monthly premiums would be. And we're looking right now at $25 a month per individual. When you think about 150 million Americans entering the healthcare system, that is quite a boon to the healthcare money. So young people can get into it really easy. Families can get into it real easy, and copays. we've been kicking around a whole lot of different things, and we'll get more in depth on those at our .com. But I'm looking forward to hearing your questions. And meantime, can you see the beautiful lotus flowers back there in the back? My wife put those there. They are beautiful. And it's kind of sort of like my shirt, lotus. Now, I'm trying to kill time here until people come on. I want you to make sure that
we got 10 folks here. What do you want to know, folks?
Okay, we got 10 people. Fantastic. Put your questions down there so I can answer them. I want to make sure that I'm not rambling on. I understand that's a trait of a politician. I just want to hear what you have to say so that I can answer and address your concerns. Okay? So, what would you like to talk about?
I mean, I guess one of my favorite themes of our campaign is just how we're not going to just make things up. That we are focused on pursuing facts, pursuing truth, and holding positions based on sound evidence and sound belief.
That's right. Truth is the foundation of this campaign. Meaning, if I don't know the question's answer, I will tell you so, and I will get back to you with that response.
And likewise, if we think we know an answer, we're still open to hearing evidence to the contrary. In fact, we need to hear evidence to the contrary to form
a consensus as to how we move forward. This campaign's moving forward, and we just need to make sure that we're addressing your needs so that we can carry that with us to Washington. Something else, as the Senator-elect to Washington State, I'll be working very closely with our local state senators and congresspeople so that what we get is more response to the people that elected them to the office. Budget freezes and all this stuff here, there's a lot of things that need to go into the communities are able to thrive and move forward. The last thing a community needs is no response from the state government. And so we'll be going around and speaking with the different communities as to how we can help them. And we will be a conduit for them to make sure that they do and are heard at the state level. I've heard recently how these politicians, are RSVPing their their town halls. Well, I'm hoping that the Board of Education will provide us the ability to hold town hall meetings in areas that may not have the commercial viability to have a large town hall or something, and to where everyone is familiar. Our education centers provide us with auditoriums, and we're able to get people in. And so I want to make sure that we're able to get people in so that people can ask their questions. And if I'm not doing what they elected me to do, if it doesn't seem like I'm following through with the mandate that we were given by the people, I want them to also tell me that too, so that we can let them know what is the status of that particular issue. Right now I have a very good team, but we're also looking to expand our ranks here in the campaign. Greg will be writing more about that, posting more about that as to how you can help us get the message out. And I also want to add to this, if there is a progressive in your area, if there's an independent in your area who is actually doing everything, walking the talk, so to speak, in their platform and trying to get some type of resolution as to how we move forward as a country, support them. Check out their platform. And we're looking at those people as well, because we could be working with them in the Senate. We could be working with them in the House of Representatives in Congress. So, I mean, it's important that we all work together. And the more of us that are there, that we can form a block to get bills written for the people, or amended for the people, or enforced for the people. It's all about the people and us being the public servants that we were elected to do. But I'm excited that Greg's out here. I wanted him to get out here sooner, like yesterday before, and I want him to stay until all the way through. I don't want him to, but he's married and he needs to get back to his wife for a bit. But he'll be back joining us. But it has been a boost, a shot in the arm, so to speak, that has allowed me to get out and speak to other people. It allows me to focus on the platform and the needs of the people so that I can effectively put that out there in form that benefits everyone. And Greg's helped me do that, so I'm very appreciative of that. And I've told him also, I said, this is the last thing that I'll be doing as coming out of retirement. It's important that I show the young people, the generations that's coming up, that it's coming up their turn real soon. And I want to not have it where they have to fight so damn much. I want them to be able to move in to the offices and take control of our future that they were elected to do. The education, the infrastructure, healthcare, Medicare, the whole gamut. The Veterans Administration, our oversized military-industrial complex. So, I mean, there's a lot of things. Justice reform, very big one. Privatization of post office, etc. The atrocities that Congress is putting on the United States Post Office. I won't use FedEx and I won't use UPS either. I don't particularly care for it. I mean, yes, they are okay in a need, but I'd just soon go to the United States Postal Service and let them help. And the service has always been good. And so I encourage everyone to get out there and vote for people who are, and support people who are actually trying to help. And I'm not telling you how to vote. I'm just telling you, think about it before you vote. That's all. And to make sure you're registered, please. The apathy in 2016 after that fiasco with the DNC, it soured so much as far as the political arena. I mean, I know Democrats who voted Republican after what the DNC did. And so Clinton didn't lose because of Bernie grounds. She lost because of who she is and what she stood for. And she only embraced things and positions that Bernie had long after Bernie had been talking about them for a long time. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Greg. Because I could go on and on about a particular subject. And if you think about it, our government needs to stop categorizing us. I don't know how many jobs I've lost because they asked me what race I was and I put human. Because I don't want to be categorized. Yes, I took that DNA testing thing, okay. That tells me how rich my heritage is. But at the same time, there are those who claim that they're white and they're right, and they go to find out that they're not so white, which makes them not so right. And to segregate us, to separate us, to humiliate us, to chastise us, to hinder us, to shackle us in economic slavery, those things have got to stop. We are the human race. When I bleed, it's red. When my brown and black and Asian brothers and sisters bleed, they bleed the same color. And it could be their blood is beneficial to me should I need transfusion or an organ transplant that they want to donate to me. People don't. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it. We need to separate the racism out of our dialogue. Separate it. We don't need racism in the human description. That's how I feel. Let me know your thoughts. I'd be interested in how you feel and how you can make it better.
Well, yeah, thanks for being here to interact with the campaign. Our campaign is only as strong as your input, so definitely give us your feedback. We're excited to represent you. So
yes, and coming up, we've had two of these live episodes today. One earlier that we had
on Real Progressives,
and we had one that we followed up on our campaign website on Facebook. And from this point here, we'd like to reiterate that we are going to hopefully do more of these live feeds to where we can get your input, and we'll be advertising them ahead of time so that you can join in.
Thanks so much. If nobody's got any questions, we'll probably call that a wrap.
We got phone banking to do as well.
Got some work to do. I'm trying to keep David busy.
Yeah, and he's doing a pretty good job of it. And I want to thank everyone who did stop in. I want to thank everyone who participated in the first episode. And trust me, it's going to be more concise as far as how I'm reacting. Give me a question, I can answer. But for me to get up here and wing it for 15 minutes or so and speak about how I feel that I will miss some of the most important parts. And I want to make sure that I cover those with you.
Well, thanks so much, folks. I think we'll call that a segment. And we look forward to, if you would, like the page, share this video and the one over from Real Progressives, where we started. If there's anything that won't hurt us, it's a little more exposure. So thanks for getting in on our first ever live broadcast. We're looking forward to many more, all the way to the Senate. So
absolutely.
Thanks so much, and we look forward to talking to you.